Okay, hello back again. As you, I think I'll just say that for the viewers who maybe just tuned in or are watching this later. Stream before, someone in my viewer base said that his father was going to threaten him to Kill him and bury him, and I took that very seriously, so I went to the police station and I filed a report. They told me that they can't really do a lot because I don't know where that person is from, and I'm not even sure if that person really is from the country that they said they would be. So probably there won't be anything happening to that, but to be honest, completely honest with you, I do not want to do nothing. I just can't. I can't do nothing and just watch this go by. I felt like I had to do at least something. So apparently the issue with the sound is now randomly fixed. So there's that before some issue arose with the stream. The sound was also wrong. I don't know about that, but luckily that seems to have fixed itself just by pure magic, I guess. But okay. Jeez, okay, so still have to kind of collect myself. You've seen it now. I do take things like these very seriously. Even if they are a joke, I do not care about that. Because it's better that you do something and nothing happens than to ignore it and then something happens. Then I couldn't really live with myself, so there's that. But now I'm back at it again, and yeah, let's try to get the shiny Latios, shall we? Till now only my husband is in the live chat. Let's see if the others I announced on Discord that I'm streaming again. Let's see if they come back. If not, I'll already start. There we go. Should the music be distorted again, please do tell me. Because for some reason my equipment is not working 100%, and for example, I'm using my Yeti mic, but usually when I have headphones in, I should hear my own voice, which I don't. No idea why. So sometimes I can't hear whether or not that is an issue. Okay. But now let's proceed like usual. And that's the thing with live streams, you never know what can happen. Not so eerily silent now. Right. Also, the scaling thing also just happened to fix itself. No idea what that was about, but somehow I have a curse with technology that sometimes it just goes wrong without any reason whatsoever. I did not mean to do that. Obviously not. Keep forgetting that you shouldn't play this game using the control stick on the GameCube, because it can read inputs that you do. I mean, it has more directions to as an input than the D-pad, of course. But it's just muscle memory at this point. Yeah, Shiny Rayquaza, I'm sorry, I had to do something. I can't just watch and do nothing. Probably won't. Nothing will really happen because the information is limited, but still. I hope you are safe right now. Can you please tell me that you're safe? Any confirmation? It's alright, okay, okay. I was really worried about you there, not gonna lie. Not the wrong place anyway. Doesn't matter. I mean, I'd rather do something and nothing happens rather than doing nothing and then something happens, because I've seen the latter happen way too often with live streams, and I couldn't live with myself. I felt like I had to act. That's why I'm really glad to hear that you're safe now. That's what counts. That's what's the most important. There we go. He's on the route. I mean, I know you want to help me, but if I do get in, nothing happens, it just get worse off. That's what you think. How do you know that you'll be worse off? I mean, I went there. The police people did tell me that probably it won't even come to an investigation because they don't have any real information. And it's not the police in my country that can do anything. They have to forward that to Hungary. And they told me quite a lot that it probably will go nowhere, but I just can't close my eyes and look the other way. I just can't. It's a risk I'm not willing to take right now. Yeah, I do understand what you... If I get some sort of evidence, it'd be a higher chance to get a safer place. But please, at least do this. Try to get help in your country. There's ways to call anonymously, and I think that would be the best course of action for you right now. But yeah, collecting evidence is the best thing. And then once you have enough, you can forward that to the to officials or any governing body that can help you. Scared I go to a bad home. Yeah, I do understand that. I've heard quite a really bad share of stories from people from foster homes. But I mean, look at that way. You're already in a bad home, aren't you? I just felt I had to act. I can't just leave something like this and not do anything about it. I know there's streamers out there who really don't care, but that's not me. I'm a very empathetic person. That's why I felt like I needed to do at least something. If I didn't do anything tonight, at the latest, if I would go to bed, then I would see, oh, I can't fall asleep because I feel so bad about this, not doing anything. I couldn't just let that happen like that. If it gets worse, I'll do something about it, but until then, I'm alright. Okay. Thank you for telling me. Ah, Latios is already on the route. On the other hand, I gave that guy the best... Oh, wait, yeah, I kind of read that on Discord, but what was that about? Was that something else? Was that related? Kicked his butt? Yeah, I mean, I cannot know that, right? I don't know who's stronger, and I always hope that I can at least find a solution that does not involve violence. And not a shiny. Obviously not. At this point in time, only you're more family than my actual dad. Yeah, you're welcome, but I feel so sorry for you. I know you're a stranger to me, but still, I also care about strangers. I find it very strange that people just, if you told them, oh yeah, that stranger's gonna die, do you care? No. Why? Do people not have empathy? I'm just wired differently, I guess. Hello there, just had a discussion with friends over Ruby. Hey there, Krytos Skywaker, how are you today? Tonight, depending on where you're from. Hello, hey human name, yeah. Jeez, what a start, right? But yeah, we'll continue as usual. Hopefully get it tonight. Don't know if you heard human name, but I did go to the police station and I showed them the screenshot, I showed them the chat, but they did tell me there's nothing I can really do, and since I don't even exactly know where he's from, it probably will not start a investigation. And they were pretty busy with other things because it's probably like that in every other country, but the police in Luxembourg are severely understaffed. Wish you the luck on you, but I need all I can get right now, yeah. I did what I thought was the correct thing to do. At least I always treat people like I want to be treated, and I try to put myself in your shoes. And there's enough stuff on, or footage or videos on YouTube documenting various warning calls, warning signs, help, calls for help, and the streamers didn't do anything, and then something happened, and I don't want that to happen to you. Didn't help that Murphy's Law was with me again, because yeah, I had to kind of wait 1 hour at the police station. I mean, that's okay, they were understaffed, I understand that. Also, there was not a lot of traffic, but due to the snow, it took a bit longer than anticipated. Still very quiet here. Let's see how long this will take. Is the sound distorted, or is it working properly again? Because if it is distorted, then do tell me. I have no idea why OBS keeps doing weird glitchy quirks like that. Sound is fine, that's good, thank you. Maybe it's time to ditch OBS and use Streamlabs. But then again, don't really have much experience using Streamlabs, but from what I can gather, it's pretty good. Sounds from the microphone, but it's fine. Yeah, I just pulled out the white and red audio cables out of my Dazzle before, because it was that sound glitch was really grating to my ears. Other than that, how is everyone doing? Jeez, -4 degrees outside. It's rare that it's been a while since I've seen that much snow outside. I'm getting slightly better, that's very good to hear. I'm doing fine, that's also good to hear. Come on, Latios. Is all high? How much how many centimeters, or I guess inches of snow do you have? Because I do think, I mean, I had to remove the snow from my car first before I could drive, and luckily I didn't have to scrape any windows. It was just snow. It was winter wonderland when I woke up. I don't know, but it's up to my knees. Wow, that's even more extreme than where I am. Do you guys like the snow, or are you more like me? I prefer the summer. I'm a summer gal, I guess. Still not where I want you to be. I have no snow here. So it's, I guess it's warmer where you are. Oh, Latios, that's adjacent, but not exactly on the road that I want you to be. I'm a fan of both summer and winter. That's rare. I don't know a lot of people who would like both. Like the snow. I did see there was a child that made a snowman, so while I was driving, so that's something the younger generations can't really experience as much as I did. I do sound like I'm super old. Obviously I'm not, but I do still remember winters when I was a small child and them usually being full of snow like it is today. I'm in England, so the weather is bipolar. I think England just has one weather and it's raining, isn't it? Back in my day we used to build men out of snow. Yeah, you can thank global warming for that not being as much, or that not appearing as much nowadays. And then next week when I'm looking at the weather forecast, next week's gonna be 10 degrees, 12 degrees. That's I already know the headache will be massive. I don't know why I get a headache when the weather changes too abruptly. It's not an illness or anything. I just think I'm maybe more sensitive to things like these. Grandma, what is snow? Yeah. Hey, I'm sorry, I'm late. What did I miss? Till now, not much. Starting the stream again. A few hours late, but doesn't matter. I had to do what I had to do. At least I feel like I have to do that. Well, welcome back to the stream, James. Did you, are any of you guys subscribed to I'm a Blissey? Because he uploaded a video recently, I think it was today maybe. Had to end this stream because of me? No, because of your father. It's not your fault, but don't frame it like that. Frame it, it's not your fault. Best host for real, I'm so important. Yeah, you could see it as that. Yeah, what I was about to say earlier with the I'm a Blissey, he made custom events. And I was already looking to get a Australian e-reader, but you can do it with an injection tool, so I'll be able to hunt the legendary beasts in Pokemon Emerald. So that's Raikou, that's Suicune and Entei. And I think some others. Jirachi I could hunt that way, although I could also hunt the channel Jirachi, but Not with Emerald, because I already put my Jirachi, or I already used this Emerald cartridge for Pokemon Channel. That's why I can't do it again. But that way I could get a shiny Jirachi that apparently is transferable. And apparently I can get a shiny Celebi that way as well. And it should work. So I am excited to be able to try Amabilis' events. Try to get them injected into my game, and then we can have... Ah, there we go. I take everything with a smile, that's good. I like hearing that you smile, that's much better than the opposite. Yeah, I'm subscribed. I think I saw you in chat there a couple of months when he was hunting for Bloodmoon or Saluna. Yeah, I was in that chat, yeah. Convo starter. Who here has or had pets? I used to have pets. As a child, well, I shouldn't have done this, but then again, I was a kid. I took newts from a pond, a wild pond, and I put them in an aquarium. My mom wasn't such a big fan of that, and I do understand that, because I didn't have any experience raising newts, and you shouldn't have newts like that and caught in the wild as a pet anyway. Used to have them, but we put them back in a pond. And then in 2007, I believe, I got a gift. It was a black moor goldfish from a neighbor. And I'm going to say this, please do not gift pets like that. Because I did not have, it got gifted to me in a goldfish bowl. And for those of you who don't know, you should never ever put a goldfish in a bowl. Because goldfish can get 1/2 meter big. So 50 centimeters, almost like a koi. And they also produce a lot of waste. So essentially putting them in a small tank like that is torture. Do not, under any circumstance, put a goldfish in a bowl. So of course we went out and to panic buy maybe a aquarium. That was, the first one was too small, but yeah, then I did the research, and then I was like, oh wow, goldfish are not beginner fish like they always say. Bought them a companion because they are social animals and they need friends. And that was my first, let's say, real pet. I called him Glupshi, and he still has a special place in my heart. I think I might mention the story here. Unfortunately, 4 years later, while I went on vacation, my automatic feeder, I had a food dispenser, and it just went haywire, and it put the whole food in the aquarium, and then I had a water cycle crash, and Glupshi died. And that's the... I'm being absolutely honest with you guys. I'm not over that death. I still miss that, pet. But now I talked about him, and once he's on the internet, I guess he's immortalized. I could maybe post some pictures I have had of him in the Discord. And yeah, the other one, that was Goldie, also died later due to complications of the water cycle crash, so... No, I don't think he was referring to the Pets game. Sorry not staying too long, but I gotta go stuff to do. Bye, guys. Still, thank you for stopping by, and good luck with whatever you have to do. And goodbye. And yeah, after that, I mean, I planned on... That was really tragic. He died while I had a bigger tank that was cycling, so I can put him inside of that. So I got more goldfish after that, after those two died. Those aren't alive anymore either. Turns out the fish store where I bought them, they aren't really bred to last long. One of them had cancer and died. Other ones had like renal kidney failure that wasn't my fault. It was just they've been bred really badly, and that's why, should I ever get a goldfish again, I don't have them anymore, but should I get goldfish again, I will buy them from a not that store breeder, but a breeder that gives me higher quality goldfish, because I don't want them to die after 4 years. Many people don't know this, but goldfish's lifespan is actually longer than that of a cat or a dog. A goldfish, I think the oldest one that was ever documented was 45 when he died. PikaCat98, hey there, I haven't seen you in my chat before, welcome. Man, I'm sorry dude, that sucks. Yeah, I'm still not over this, because that was just, what are the odds for this to happen, and still breaks my heart, honestly, but I mean, I can't turn back time. I can just learn from my mistakes and never use a automatic feeder ever again, so I'm gonna do that. And maybe, okay, that was not my intention. Maybe I should also, I still have the automatic feeder in my basement. Think I need to take it, smash it into 1,000 pieces with a hammer, just psychologically speaking, and then being done with it. But I do know that I'll never be over that death. Got even mocked for it, to be fair. At that time I got bullied. But that is just... Why would you do that? Why would you mock someone because their pet died? Oh, it's just a goldfish. No, you're wrong. I mean, there's no animal is inherently worth more than another animal. That's just... We could be gone tomorrow because a meteorite crashes on Earth, or a nearby star that dies by supernova, the gamma ray bursts cook up our atmosphere. That actually happened, by the way. Before the dinosaurs even existed, we had a mass extinction event like that. So you never know what's gonna happen. Tomorrow, all of this, everything you've ever known can vanish. Just... I don't see a goldfish as less important or less worth than a dog or a cat. Yeah, evil, exactly. Yeah, I know, but I mean, I was surrounded by sociopaths, I would say. Then again, I'm not a psychiatrist, but still, that is evil. Why would you mock someone? That and the death of my grandma, my maternal grandma. She lived until 87, which is a good age, but because she was one of my best friends, basically. We had a super tight bond, and that is also probably never get over that. You just learn to cope with that, but that's just the reality of it. And I mean, other pets, if that is a pet, my parents, there's a cat that belongs to someone else. He's called Nero, but he usually hangs out at our place or my parents' place, so I guess he's also my pet now. I've had 8 dogs, wow. Multiple horses, can't count all of those. And 3 fish, and that's it. What kind of fish? Because there's so many aquarium fish. Found a cat in a park, it was all white. No, do you still have it? Trying to find a photo of my dog somewhere. Yeah, I think maybe that warrants a channel on the Discord. Just posting your pets, because I love animals. Don't care if it's a fish or a snake. I also like these animals. I'm not like these not the meme, unlike other girls, but I do find snakes to be cute as well, or reptiles or fish. I don't like just the cute and furry animals. When I say I like animals, that means I usually like animals. Goldfish, I see. Every life is equal important except wasps. You sound like my brother. He hates wasps with a passion. But then again, he got stung in the ear by a wasp when he was a child, and that has to hurt. Didn't keep the cat, I see. But cat, yeah, exactly what Pika Cat 98 said. Cats just pick you and it's amazing, yeah. Emerald boas are adorable. Oh, like boa the constrictor snake. Yeah, maybe. I mean, should I? Right now, I couldn't have a pet because of my flat is not large enough, and I also want to have more money because I think it's irresponsible to have a pet and then you can't provide for it, then just don't have it. But maybe in the future I'll get a constrictor snake as well. I do not want to have a poison snake because I'm kind of too scared of that. Keep seeing that on YouTube, people having poisonous snakes. I thought that was illegal, but apparently it's not. Then again, especially their yawn. Yeah, snake's yawn is cute. I agree with that. My grandparents' dog, who unfortunately died. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. They have had him since I was 4 and I loved him. Yeah, that's the problem with dogs. Such loyal friends, but the lifespans just don't match up with human lifespans. We all just on this world just trying to live, why make it harder on others? Exactly, that's pretty much my mantra. Live and let live, and I mean, I always try to put myself into other shoes. That includes animals, and I try to be as nice to any animal as possible. And you can love a goldfish just as much as you can love a dog or a cat. Did you know it's illegal to touch manatees since they're harmless and endangered? Did not know that. Does that account for every country? Ooh, that did not register. Do it again. So to see how you do this, Latios. Yeah, hopefully it will happen tonight. For some reason doesn't show up, but then again you need to be accurate. A 1/60th of a second is the time frame that I have to correctly press A. And I do hope that I get it tonight. Okay. Still remember the day I got Sophie in 2009. She came and sat on my lap when we went to the adoption place, and we've been inseparable since. Yeah, like Pika has said before, the cats pick you, they adopt you, you don't adopt them. And when you have or you get the love of a cat, that's just, it's magnificent, one of the most beautiful things on this earth. When an animal just tells you without words, I love you. That's just one of the purest things on this world, an animal's love. At least that's what I think. I mean, since I've been feeding crows, they are super happy and excited to see me. They follow me around. They know my car. They know how I look like. They kind of know my routines, I think. Then again, crows are super intelligent. I highly recommend to those of you who like to go further into maybe academic papers, studies, look up how intelligent corvids are. It's amazing how smart they are. And people underestimate their intelligence quite a lot. She never really spent much time with anyone else but me, and I don't mind it. Yeah, she just took a liking to you, I guess. Cats do that. Like that day, she was the shyest thing I'd ever seen, but as soon as she saw me, she stuck by me ever since. She's still pretty shy, but not with me. It's so adorable. Still hope I can see Sophie one day and pet her. Then I need to come to England. I've been seeing a lot more crows since I came home from Luxembourg. Have you been feeding them as well? And animals love. Does my 2-year-old ruffish little brother fit under that? I mean, humans are animals, so I'd say yes. And also toddler love, that's also one of the purest things, so. There we go, he's on the route. One of the best Pokemon. I like it, I'm still kind of bitter about not getting the shiny Corviknight at a rate that I did back in Sword and Shield. Still salty about that, because you only get one chance, one Pokeball, and if that's not it, then the shiny is gone. And that shiny is not a shiny, it's a normal Latios, so we reset. I would like, since we're on the topic of pets, I would like to own a dog. Since as a child I was allergic to every kind of fur, which is absolutely horrible considering that I'm an animal lover and I have to be cursed with an allergy like that. But now I'm not allergic to dogs, I'm just allergic to cats now. Not any other fur is okay now. But I don't have a personal garden and my flat is not that large. So I would wait until I get a dog. Getting one now would not be... I don't think that would be responsible. Well, maybe one day I'll get my dog. And probably a cat as well, because just like you, James, some cats just... they hate people and then they look at me. I've had neighbors' cats just randomly coming to my house inside. Why? I don't know, but then the neighbors, they always said, that's weird, the cat is shy, why did she do that? I don't know. Didn't do anything special, I didn't have any treats, so to speak of, but they just look at me and say, yes, that human, I'll go to her place now. My little sister went through my code and found my vape, and that's why my life is getting worse. Oh, I see. Before I got caught, I was attending college and lived free as a bird. So you're not attending college anymore? My code had zips too, so she must have snooped it in it. Yeah, I mean, not a fan of siblings snooping through your stuff. Obviously, who is, right? That's just not a nice thing to do, even if they do it with no bad intentions. Kids just do kids stuff. And Latios is on the route, let's see. He thinks you're gonna get more vapes from there, okay. But he can't just stop or interrupt your college education because of that. Really lucky to go too because I was 14 at the time. When that vape thing happened. Oh, okay, college. So not that kind of college. Because college, when you say college, I would think of university. No shiny, so we reset. Had one really good friend in here too. We were like 2 peas in a pod. That's very unfortunate. Why don't parents just understand that being extreme like this won't do you any favors? It won't help. A community college. Remember when we had to ask Sarah to explain the difference between university and college? Yeah, I was just thinking about that actually, James. Because to me as a European, when you say college, usually when you hear college, it's a university. And with 15, usually you're not in a university at 15. There are some outliers, of course, but since my dad smashed my phone next day. I mean, remember what I said earlier on the stream? You should get help, because if you don't do anything, this will just continue. And don't you deserve something better than that? Parenting like this won't work, but I guess people will never learn. I wouldn't call it parenting, I would call it terrorizing your child. Things I've done, I don't know if I deserve better. No, I think he's gaslighting you. You do deserve better. No one deserves their phone to be smashed. I mean, what kind of evil thing do you need to do in order for that to be justified? You have dark corners. I mean, everyone has, but imagine you'd be a great parent, Omni. Don't know. I just try to always put myself in other shoes and try at least to comprehend their position, their feelings, their argument. Okay, let's see. Come on, be shiny now. No. Okay. You don't want to be in my shoes, Only? Yeah, I mean, obviously. Just trying to always, I always try to understand the viewpoint of someone else when they, whenever they tell me stuff like that. Most people would have done unspeakable things to themselves or their families by now. Know how that feels. Yeah, it's a dark topic, but if you continuously abuse someone and they suddenly lash out, then that is what's to be expected, to be honest. Not that that makes it good, but it certainly is to be expected. That's why I always shake my head with these school shootings. I mean, oh, am I even allowed to say that on stream? Oh well, now it's too late. I mean, except like if you take the weapons issue aside, how often are these people victims of severe bullying? I mean, almost 100%, right? You always have the outlier psychopaths that you, or maybe they have a antisocial personality disorder, or they are very sadistic, or something else, you never know. But usually these people that lash out like that, that's the extreme example, they've been bullied, yet somehow schools never really do anything against the bullying thing. So maybe we should change that. It's not the... Obviously it's a complex issue that's cannot be solved just like that, but if we went harder against bullying, then I think a lot of these events wouldn't happen. At least that's my belief. As someone who is, or no, was a victim of long bullying, I mean, being autistic is already not so good for your bullying prospects. Then you are automatically a victim because you're different, or you act different. So I know that there's so much resentment that builds over the years, and it depends on the person. Some people lash out, some don't, but it's also tragic if they hurt themselves. So I do think we need to go harsher against bullying. Just tried the GC2SD and I could not get it to work at all. Hope things get better for you, Shiny. Yeah, I also have something like that for the GameCube, and I couldn't get it to work. I think you need a hacked GameCube. Like Swiss, or what's the other thing called? Iced Cube. Hot take, bullying is bad. Apparently that is a hot take. I've had people where I love having discussions and not arguments like that, but sometimes like to have discussions, and I'm happy when people bring in a viewpoint I haven't heard before, then I can reconsider my view. But I can tell you guys, I've had enough people tell me that bullying isn't such a big problem and you should man up. Whatever that means. I don't know. I mean, you know how it goes, right? Often they don't bully you alone, they form a group against you, and isn't that pathetic? That they have to go as a group against one person? It's already the scales are off. It's not fair. And I do think that bullying doesn't get taken seriously enough. At least that's my view. Could be wrong. Maybe people don't realize that what bullying actually does to someone's psyche. In school, nobody even wanted to bully me. I've never seen you even lay hands on someone, so I don't want to see you beat my ass as your first fight. No, that's good. No, I don't want to look at Pikachu. Good take, thanks. I've had groups of people run away from me while I was alone. I'm just that scary. Then again, aren't you like 1.96 m tall? That's pretty tall, so almost 2 meters. Would you really want to go against a guy who's 2 heads taller than you are? Don't think so. That's Arch? Ah, I see. I know one of you guys was pretty tall. I'm 5'7". So as tall as I am, I think 165 centimeters. Isn't that 5'5"? bullying has apparently increased here after the pandemic, after exclusively going down for a while. Oh no. I also always found it funny, and with funny I don't mean actually funny but weird, that when there's a bullying incident usually and the bullied, the victim, lashes out, then they take the victim out of the school and not the bully. Apparently that's a hot take that I have, that we should reconsider that. I haven't measured properly though. I know sadly by my own experience as an autistic girl that couldn't fit in with girls because I was too nerdy, and I couldn't fit in with boys because I was too girly. So I know exactly how it feels to be severely bullied. And I mean, I got help and I have a family that is very supportive, but not everyone has that, and that's a privilege, so I feel for everyone who is alone on this. Not a convo start. A lot of guys are really insecure about their love stick. Okay. Me personally, I say, oh well. Me as a woman, I'll say this, and I keep it as clean as possible for YouTube. Don't be. You think way too much about it. The women, I mean, I am a woman, and other women, they don't think nearly as much about that as you guys do. So maybe get that out of your head. Don't worry about it too much. Pretty sure there's something you can do about having a short, you know. How about not worrying about it because it doesn't matter? And don't measure yourself to unrealistic expectations you see in, let's say, a certain type of video online. Because that's camera shots, that's... you always have extremes in bodies with people. I mean, there's guys who are over 2 meters tall, they're 2 meters 60 centimeters. But you can't look at people like this and say, oh, but I'm not that, why am I not? But that's an extreme. Don't measure yourself to extremes. And also as a woman, it's not nice when this is too large, and I'll just leave it at that, I think. Jeez, my chat is always so dark and so disturbing. And I'm playing Pokemon. What am I doing? Already at the go in and out part. What I never understood was when a kid is bad, the principal would ban them from school for a few days. Like, how is that a punishment? Letting them stay home and get out of work? Yeah. Especially for bullied person, they can just say, yeah, I'm not having to face these idiots for a day or a week. That's not helpful in that way. Striving alone is better than failing in a group in my eyes. Yeah, it can be. I mean, I'd rather be single than in a bad relationship. People just think, oh, I mean, I've heard from friends who were single for a long time. Oh, you don't know, Omni, you haven't been single for a decade and not more. Yeah, I know, but don't beat yourself up too much. I know people who are in relationships where they are either abusive relationships or just a marriage where they're stuck in, or a relationship they're stuck in, and these people are more miserable than the single ones. So in some cases that does come true, what you said with the striving alone is better than failing in a group. Can't really speak about my thing. Yeah, don't. Don't. I want a brighter chat, yeah? What's the silliest wish you've wished on a dandelion? I never wished on a dandelion. But maybe as a toddler I did, but trying to think of something, but I don't remember what I wished for. We were taught in biology class by a teacher who almost was getting a pension that people in those types of videos had surgery to increase the size of certain organs. There's that. And there's camera work. Don't forget what a certain angle of a camera shot can do. That's a film technique that you can use, a perspective trick. And I mean, there's other tricks that they just don't think this is real. That's basically what I'm trying to say. I'm really trying to not say any words associated with that, because I think that would be a problem here. Francis, it's great being single, and since nobody except my brother in real life knows about my gay relationship, I just have to agree. I mean, you are single, but you're not, then, I guess. Female get organ removed to handle bigger sizes. No, that's not how this works. What gets removed? You can't remove the urethra or something like... No. That's for something... A hysterectomy is something completely different. And done for a different reason. Oh, and don't go to incel forums, because that's just a self-hate pit. And probably one of the most unproductive things you can ever do. And what these people don't understand, just baffling to me, some of them would get a girlfriend if they just hit the showers, or if they weren't setting standards that are impossible. You can't have a stick figure girlfriend that has a cup size that's larger than her head. That's not how this works. And yeah. For any of you who are considering going to forums like that, don't. It's just a, oh, woe is me, and I blame women instead of looking inwards and maybe looking what could I improve with myself. Better hygiene is often it, or just not being a jerk, or I mean, if you read the opinions, what they have on women, no wonder that no woman wants to touch you, because some of us women can kind of feel there's something being wrong with a guy, and it's not the way you look, it's the way you behave, the morals that you have, the values you stand for. And you have to wash your butt, that's just another thing. When I was single, I was a very good wingman. That's good. You know, get why a lot of guys are scared of speaking to women. They're literally just people. And I mean, I'm so flabbergasted. Don't you have your mothers? Haven't you spoken to a woman before? You have to have a mom. If you're not living with her, that's fine, but just speak to a woman. Don't refer to us as if we're unicorns. And then they cheat on you. I mean, that's both genders, or all gender is guilty of that. All the guys I'm with get something on your first date, but I sweeten them up first and they think they're madly in love with me. I'm glad I don't have to date anymore. Been hearing that, I don't know if this is true, but I do have gay friends and family, and they kept telling me that apparently cheating is rampant, when they use dating apps. But then again, that's just a small sample of homosexual people, and that does not represent the whole spectrum, the whole every single person. Guilty of cheating? You cheated? Yeah, don't. I mean, I don't know how it feels like being cheated on, but I can imagine that it feels really terrible. Hope you've learned your lesson then. Come out, Latios. Still that Mount Pyre, is it in English? Keep forgetting the English name of that place in Hoenn. Please show up, Latios, yeah. And be shiny. Ideally, yeah. That'd be my first, that would be my very first roaming shiny. Latios, we have cookies. You have your sister, I have her sister, yeah. Or his sister, sorry. He's adjacent, but he's not on my route. That sucks. You give her back if you're a lighter blue. That will be a fun hunt, because I do have the Eon ticket and I can spread it to my other games. That means that I can hunt for a shiny Latias in this game on the southern island, and I will do that. I think I actually have the ticket already. Passepartout, no I don't, but I can easily what am I doing? Don't have to do that right now. Thinking of using the if you look at my Pokéfinder window, thinking of using this or one of these frames. Don't know which one yet, although some of them. This one has 30 speed, which would be nice, but 3 special attack is not really that great. Then I'll have a timid Latias, shiny Latias. My friend once said my cousin is hot, and that happens. He specified her. Oh, I see. Oh, and yeah, about the incel thing, just don't be a creep. That also helps. Did you guys see the poll that I published today? I published a poll on my community tab, and it's a choice again. So you vote what you wanted to see or what you want to see first. Either it's Registeel, Regice, or Regirock as a shiny, or it's shiny Beldum. I had a friend say my brother was hot, wasn't sure how to feel about that. Yeah, what you say to that, I've also had that happen to me. Some random girl said, oh, your brother is hot. Okay. What, do you think I can manage something for you? No, I'm not a matchmaker for that. If my brother doesn't like you, well, that's it. I can't really fix that. It's when you step in and intercept that. When I had a summer job, I met someone who was family with my dad and my mom. It just reminded me of that Iceland situation again, where you get your DNA tested or to see whether or not, or they have an app, a dating app that says whether or not you are somewhat related, because in Iceland there's not that much genetic diversity apparently. The world is small sometimes. I mean, I have a family member, maybe not close family member, but definitely family member or related to some degree, who won a modeling contest in my country. And the day after that, everyone stormed to me and said, "Do you have a relative named so-and-so?" "Yeah." And they just freaked out about that. First thing fairies people talk about when they first meet is their family tree. Yeah, I guess. I mean, when you live in a isolated place like that, where almost everyone is related to you, at least to some degree, then you have to do that. It's also pretty hard to find a Luxembourgish person that's purely 100% Luxembourgish on both sides. Don't know, maybe some of these exist, but that's has to be quite rare. Me and my friend were discussing how many girls he's gonna get this summer thanks to my wingman abilities. Yeah, some friends are just a perfect wingman or wingwoman. Keep doing that by mistake. That's close, but not close enough. Oh, it's -5 now. Ugh. I think I remember asking if I've ever met anyone that only knows Luxembourgish. Or winged them. Yeah, there's no gender neutral term for a human. That kind of sucks, actually. I do know people who only know, this again. I do know people who only speak Luxembourgish, but they are elderly. Then again, they probably speak a bit German, but if they do try to speak German, it's very Luxembourgish German, and sometimes German people would not understand what they were saying. The fact that I've been a wingman comedian on Discord too, just to show how funny and good I am at my job. Need a stand-up comedian route. If you only know Luxembourgish, then in this day and age you're pretty much screwed, because not even 1 million speakers of the language worldwide. How would you fare in life? You had to stay in Luxembourg, and even then we have so many people in our country that only know French. Good luck communicating with them. Speaking of good luck, Latios is now here. Let's see if he's shiny. I don't know why, but my former classmates were obsessed with how pure fairies everyone was. That kind of sounds... gives me somewhat of right-wing vibes, not gonna lie. I'm 100% Faroese and I prioritize being able to sing Faroese ballads rather than genetics. Yeah. No shiny. But these genetic Puritans wouldn't be able to sing a single ballad. I mean, if your family tree is not a tree but a circle, you can Google Habsburg jaw and then see what happens. Spoiler alert, it's not good. The day I VC on this channel on the live is the day Omni becomes a millionaire. Do it now. I have bills to be paid, help. Okay, everyone does. But VC, you mean voice channel? Have you actually learned? Are you trained in singing, Shiny Rayquaza? Or just a natural good singer? I'd be obliged to voice chat here. Yeah, could set something like this up. A type of song used in European ring dance, a dance that now only exists in Faroe Islands. I mean, a ballad is a certain type of song. But yeah, this, what he's referring to, is even more, something even more specific. Everyone here's a good singer. Depends on what your definition of a good singer is, I suppose. I haven't heard, I mean, the only voices I've heard here are the voice of James and my husband, that's it. A natural good singer, but that's from personal perspective and that's the only one that matters. I mean, I know more people that think they can sing than the ones that's the opposite, but especially with teen girls, for some reason they seem to all think that they can sing and then they can't, because singing does require a certain amount of skill. You need to be able to reproduce the exact tone, the exact note that you hear. Ah, okay, I see. Here's in Faroe Islands. Yeah, some communities are actually, you see that with other communities as well, where a lot of them are really good singers because singing is very culturally very important to them. Meant to ask, do you find my accent hard to understand? Yeah, because British people somewhat swallow their words, and I already have a problem somewhat with accents. And you are also, you kind of mumble. No, your husband can understand me better sometimes, yeah, but I don't think he has a problem with accents the way I have. If I sing on this channel, Omni's gonna be swimming in cash like Scrooge McDuck. I'll never be a billionaire. That's disgusting. I would rather give away. I mean, if I had billions, I wouldn't have them for long because I would invest in good causes, build homes for homeless people, give them food, give them anything they need, help people in need. That's what I would do. Because if you have billions, that's just... Scrooge McDuck is just like, what are you going to... He's just sitting on money, making it essentially useless. That's just me, again, rambling off. I can't hear accents, I'm accent blind. I would invest in scams, really. Like what, crypto scams, NFT scams? can hear and copy accents and lose all the money. You'll be able to copy my unique accent. Where YouTubers aren't sure if it's French or Russian apparently or German, but it's none of these. Let's copy the German femboy accent. There's a femboy accent? Maybe a cadence, yeah, but not an accent. What language do you speak, femboy? I see. Also wanted to say, if you stream tomorrow night, I won't be around to watch as I'm staying at friends tomorrow night. I will not be streaming tomorrow night because I have to do something else. Oh, great. I will also be unable to stream on Saturday, but I will stream on Sunday. So just so you know. And a random transgender voice, higher pitch. To be fair, I know men who have a higher voice than I have, and I know women with a very deep voice. But I do understand what you mean. No shiny means I reset. Can barely pronounce the letter E because it's barely used here. I mean, E is the English way to say it. I would say it, pronounce it as E. Please be sparkly, Latios. Absolutely. I learned French by copying a French accent. Good luck with the grammar, it's not nice. Sound of E. So E, E, probably not E, because that is the English way to pronounce it. I'm Smeargle. Ho ho, I am a Frenchman now. I mean, my game is in French. Do you maybe read that in a... maybe read it over and over again and you'll somewhat understand it? Till now on my poll, Shiny Beldum seems to be at the top. I do understand that because Shiny Beldum, or just what it will become later, Shiny Metagross, is one of the best shinies in the game. And I am excited getting that one because that will be... that Pokemon will have 31 in attack, 31 in defense, and 31 in speed. So you can actually use it competitively. And it's adamant even on top of that. Imagine white he accidentally said a bad word in British. White shiny Ray Ray. I mean, the black one already looks really good. Wouldn't change that, but I do like how the shiny Mega Gengar becomes white, because the Mega Shiny is better than the actual shiny. Oh, and Garchomp, the The shiny Garchomp sucks, but if you Mega Evolve it, it becomes pink. It's more to my liking. Oh yeah, the AE letter. Up to the next couple of days. That means you won't be able to stream if it's okay to ask. I mean, still have to do the usual things like sending applications in. I also, on Saturday, I have the Amateur Astronomer Club where I'm in. We do an event, I have a presentation then, so afterwards we usually go eat somewhere, and then it will be like midnight and I will be way too tired to stream. So try to go back to that on Sunday. That's where we start with the shiny Chikorita on Emerald. Prefer black on white? Don't know what you mean. Or is that a spicy joke? The last AE and the first AE. That's interesting. The color scheme. I mean, black Rayquaza does look really good. On the topic of shinies, what's your favorite shiny and what's your least favorite shiny, and how would you change the least favorite shiny? For example, I really dislike the shinies that barely change. Persian, Dugong, Garchomp, all these. I would change them to, for example, the Persian would be nice if the shiny was black. But then again, black shinies usually always work. Dugong, I would maybe give it a grey tone that looks like the actual animal that it's based off on. Jangmo is your least favorite. Oh, I actually really like that one. I think the pink, the hot pink really goes with the other yellowish color. I have a shiny Yangmo. I hunted that one. Not with RNG, but the old way. Make it teal? Yeah, teal. I mean, I wouldn't change it because I love my pink shinies, but I do understand where you're coming from. Absol, because Absol is supreme. Yeah, Absol is a nice shiny. I have a shiny Absol on here, and I caught it in a Premier ball, so the ball really fits with the shiny. Rookidee. Isn't Persian shiny red? No, it's just slightly a different kind of tone of yellow, and that's it. It was shiny Gengar. I'm not mad at it. Shiny, I'm just disappointed. Yeah, it used to be better in the Generation 2 games. The shiny looked a bit better, but yeah, they messed that up. Just underwhelming, definitely. Why not make the shiny Gengar white? Like the Mega. My favorite shiny is going to be pretty hard to narrow down. I would say, I mean, I love all the pink shinies, obviously, because hot pink especially, that's just I have an obsession with that color. But Yeah, I don't really have one favorite shiny. I like a lot. There's just shinies that I really dislike. Or that I'm disappointed. Just like you are, human name with the Gengar. My least favorite Pokemon, Darkrai, I actually like that shiny because it comes more dark blue and pink, which is a very good combination. Well, Omni's point of view, favorite shiny. Is it pink? Yes, so it's my favorite? Yes, exactly. That's my... that's how my brain works. I'm actually like this in real life. If I have a option that's pink, be it a car, be it a... any object, a household object, anything really, piece of clothing. If I have a pink, especially a hot pink or fuchsia or magenta, however you pronounce it, option, I will always pick that. And one of my nicknames as a teenager was Pink Lady. Just like the Apple trademark. That's also why I set myself the goal of collecting every single pink Nintendo handheld. And I know I have them. I have a pink Game Boy Pocket. Ah, finally, you decided to show around. I have a pink Game Boy Pocket, then my childhood pink Game Boy Color. Then I have a pink Game Boy Advance. A pink Game Boy SP. Pink DS, that's from my childhood. DS Fat, the old DS, the clunky, the big one. Then I have also all the other DSs that came out in pink. And I also have a pink micro SD. Yeah, exactly, brain micro SD, wow. What I meant to say was I got a pink Game Boy Micro. All the way up to the 2DS, I have them all in pink. You only invest in pink, you need to diversify your portfolio. Is anyone into JDM? JDM cars, that is. Don't know what JDM is. Speaking of cars, I sadly don't have a pink car, because getting a paint job on a car is actually super expensive. Yeah, my brain is something else, let me tell you. Constantly having to argue with my brain, I guess. But yeah, should I get a pink, be able to buy a pink car, obviously I will, but right now that wasn't my choice. It's such a rare car color as well, I wonder why. Japanese domestic market. So a very, just Japanese cars in general, or is it a very specific Japanese car brand? I mean, I personally always wanted to have a Smart, so that's Mercedes, but not a normal Mercedes, the Smart car, the small ones. I think they're cute, and you always get a parking space with that car. Seen a pink car before? Yeah, they exist. I mean, in my neighborhood there's a woman with a pink Renault Twingo, a French car. But usually most car dealers I've been to did not have the pink as a option at all. Which is strange. You got the voices to argue with? You're not alone on that. They range between 1 to 4 different voices with different personalities, with different opinions. Maybe you should try playing Disco Elysium. That game might be right up your alley. I really, really want a Mazda RX-7. I really want either a smart car or a Volkswagen Polo Harlequin. Because I love how colorful that one is. It looks beautiful. Just like the, when you see now the option or the menu, it's very colorful, blue, yellow, red, that color scheme. Basically the Animal Crossing Kitty color scheme, I really like that as well. And there's Volkswagen once produced cars like these in 1996. I saw one as a child and I immediately fell in love, and that's when I knew I needed one. Right now I can't really afford to buy one just like that, but soon, should I get a job, hopefully as quickly as possible, I know what car I will try to get. I can vouch and say she's like that in real life, always choosing the pink option. Yeah, you know me. Though this sent where you were, I thought this sent when you were talking about that, huh? Don't know what you're meaning with that. Omni has been planning that heist for years but hasn't successfully pulled off the pink car heist. Not yet. Not yet. One day I will own a pink car. All cars are becoming white, grey and black. There are no fun colors anymore. We just must embrace tradition /S. Yeah, that's one thing. That's also why I want a Harlequin, because it's a protest action against... Why does every car need to be grey or white or black? It's just so depressing. I want color in my life. Why are so many adults obsessed with grey and black and white? I mean, have you... Do these people go outside? There's enough grey for me already. I don't need my car to be grey and my kitchen to be grey and my living room to be grey and my bed to be grey and so on and so forth. I'm just a person who really likes colors. I think it's like a pink glittery skin rather than the car being made like that. I have a neighbor with a sparkly pink smart. Some smarts, sometimes they come, sometimes they get produced with a pink, I mean, they do produce pink cars. You don't have to color them. Especially with the smart, I think they have so many possible colors that you can use. Not all smart cars, but I do know that they have a pretty large range of colors that you can choose. I just want a car, I don't mind what it is as long as it works. Yeah, but I would suggest only getting a car if you get, if it's worth it. You have to kind of calculate the costs and compare them to if you would take the bus or the train. Would that be quicker or would that be less expensive? Because a car, you have to maintain that, right? At least once a year, at least where I'm from, you are legally obliged to check the car, let the car get checked for any engine damage or anything else. And if that's not up to the government standards, then you are not allowed to drive that car. And sometimes, usually with Murphy's Law, your car starts making very expensive sounds at the most inopportune moments. I mean, having a car is a luxury, not gonna lie. Ah, finally. I mean, I'm pretty often just by myself in the car or just with my husband, then I don't need a 5-seater car for that, right? That would be where I would use my smart car. If I had one. And not a shiny. How dare you? Koenigsegg Chimera. Don't know what that is. The fastest family car in the world has seen. Is it? Not a car, gal. The facts that I know about cars are usually from the cars that I care about, so the Volkswagen and the Smart. 4 seats, plenty of room, and 2,300 horsepower. What? Oh, I need to Google that later. That's insane. 2,300. Do you know a bus has about around 400 horsepower, and that's a bus we're talking about. And I do have a, well, maybe not a friend, but an acquaintance who has a sports car. That one has around almost 500 horsepower. And already that thing can really speed. If you press the gas pedal all the way, that thing goes over 400 kilometers an hour. That's super fast. And now there's a car with over 1,000 horsepower, let alone twice that, 2,300. That's insane. I'm gonna win the Grand Prix while driving your children to their schools, or when you were talking about choosing the pink option, I thought I sent a text, but I forgot to press send. Ah, I see. I have to go eat dessert. Be right back. Enjoy your meal. Got the seating wrong. It's a 2-seater. 1,700 HP. Okay, but that's still a lot of horsepower. Bring back pop-up headlights. Oh, are these the headlights where there's the metal thing that goes up and then the lights turn on? Like with some 70s car had that. Yeah, well, bring that back, sure, if you want that. I'd rather have that than the nasty, super bright lights that they have now, because it just happens so often when I'm driving somewhere and it's late, it's dark outside, and then I got some car behind me whose lights are just blinding me, basically. Don't know what that is about. The day I get my license, it will be a very bad day for the driving community. Jesus, stay safe though. Because I live for long enough, I'm gonna get my motorcycle license, I'm gonna cruise everywhere. Ah. Do you know what kind of motorcycle you want? My sister is also, she also likes taking her motorcycle out and cruising places when the weather is good. Once drove with her, but was kind of scared when she said, oh, there's a curve coming up, you have to lean into the curve with me. And I was just so scared, I thought I was going to fall down. Well, that didn't happen, but I think you can expect the Chimera to have 2.3k horsepower though. I mean, sure, if you want a rocket. A horse has 16 horsepower on average, so maybe we shouldn't call it horsepower then. Still weird saying horsepower when you can more accurately use watts as a unit. Keep in mind the McLaren P1 GTR, a track race car, only has 900. Yeah, I know. Like I said before, I have friends and acquaintances with really super fast cars, and they don't even, that's not even 500 horsepower we're talking about. And then that track race car is 900. That's already, what does mine have? Maybe, does my car even have 100 horsepower? I don't think so, don't even know. I just know it's a 1000 ccm engine, if that tells you something. Drag cars are scary. Cars are scary. They're basically 1 ton and upwards metal weapons that can accelerate really fast. Considering I want to be a fighter pilot, a motorcycle or car shouldn't be that scary, yeah. I mean, then you learn, I mean, you know that with the military knowledge that you have, other things that can be even scarier. What car do you have, Omni? I have a Kia Picanto. So, just a small car that fit my budget. The only 2 cars in the state of Ohio crashed. Okay. I think there's more cars. Or do you mean the drag cars? Because I think there's more cars in Ohio than just 2. There's even more cars in Luxembourg than there's in Ohio, and I would bet that Ohio is larger in terms of surface area than Luxembourg is. We are tiny. Means even the Simpsons joked about how tiny we are. And they're right. And I'm back. Welcome back. That's the thing though, if I were rich, I don't know if I would buy a super expensive or like high-end car, because what do I do with that? And I'm usually a very relaxed driver, not a super slow driver, but not a fast driver, or don't drive in a sporty fashion, so don't know if what I would do with a car like that. Omni 67 HP Kia Picanto versus a Rocket. Does it have a 67 horsepower? Actually, I forgot what horsepower I have because don't really need to know the set. Although the horsepower or how strong your engine is does determine how many what your taxes are going to be in Luxembourg. Your car taxes, of course. And the car I had before had more horsepower, and now I've noticed that not just while driving, but also having to pay the taxes. They're much less now than they used to be. The only 2 cars in Faroe Islands crashed back when they came here. You had one job and then they crashed. Here's my train of thought about driving in general. 67 horsepower or 74 watts. I think it has. I mean, the taxes that I have to pay yearly have been going down considerably. So yeah, I do have much less horsepower than I had before. The car that I had before was a Chevrolet Aveo, which is also known in America as a Chevrolet Sonic. I mean, that was also second-hand. That one had, I think, 130 horsepower. I'll just get a decent car and drive around in the night. TikTok, have you ever heard of JDM cars, kid? Me, yeah, I'm gonna drive around instead of chill driving. Uh-oh. So the less horses you use for the cars, the less the car tax is. In Luxembourg, the car tax that you have to pay either twice per year or once per year, you can choose which option you prefer, is dependent on how big your engine is of the car. So if you drive a sports car or a SUV, you're gonna have to pay more taxes than if you would drive a super small car like a Smart. But I do think that's fair, especially with SUVs. Actually, SUVs should pay even more taxes because they weigh so much, and if your car weighs more, then it will destroy the roads quicker. And I think that's just fair that these people have to pay more taxes for the roads. Don't know why they always become angry when I mention this. Just think that's fair. I'm gonna be a biker. Now with jets you're gonna be even faster than that. And you're gonna be subject to even stronger G-forces. Pretty sure car taxes in general come around because of horses and their dedication. Defecation. Yeah, I mean now I don't know how it is in other countries, but I just know that that's how it is in Luxembourg, and it does make sense that they do want to incentivize people to buy cars that have less emissions. And I mean, even if what do I do with a super racing car in Luxembourg? You can't even push it to the limit. You're not legally allowed to drive fast on the highway, motorway, autobahn, however you want to call it. You can't drive faster in Luxembourg than 130 kilometers per hour. And you never have a long enough stretch of streets where you could drive or accelerate to that point anyway, so it's somewhat pointless. I mean, if you like these cars and you can afford it, go ahead. I'm not gonna tell people what to do, but for me, I wouldn't know what to do with that. I could go to Germany, as some of you might know. In Germany, some parts of the motorway or highway are unlimited. That means that you can drive as fast as you want. But to be fair, and Germans, should any German person listen to this later, bitte nicht wütend werden, okay? Nicht böse gemeint. But the streets aren't really that... I mean, there's so many potholes in Germany, the street quality isn't nearly as good as it is in Luxembourg, so even if you should drive that fast, you don't want to hit a pothole at 300 kilometers an hour. You're gonna crash or trash your car. That's a bit too expensive to just throw that much money away, considering how expensive supercars are. Wouldn't that be that would be sad, just driving fast and then you immediately trash it because of a pothole. In Russia you can go 20 over the speed limit and get like a 60 instant currency fine. Yeah, but Russia is a different story, isn't it? Don't really agree how they handle things over there, but don't have TikTok. I'm the biggest progressive, but if a child uses TikTok, I become the world's strongest conservative. I see what you mean. I also think that TikTok is basically poison to the child's mind. I thought the Autobahn was 300 kilometers. No, in Germany, not all of them, but some motorways or highways, you have no limit. You could theoretically drive 500 kilometers an hour if your car can do that. And there's been reports of super rich people driving through Germany with their supercars, and they did drive 400 something. But to be fair, should you get involved in an accident and they figure out that you drove at these speeds, you get what they call a Teilschuld. That means a partial blame. Because you need to take into consideration your... if you are at these speeds, the distance that you take while braking, should something cross your path, becomes much, much longer. And at some point, if you drive fast enough, you just can't react in time. Or almost react in time if you're good, but usually most people overestimate their driving capabilities. Got a lot of SHIT for that, saying that, but it is true. If we're being a bit honest with ourselves. Used to drift quad bikes and go-karts. I drifted once on ice and on water, but that wasn't intentional. Nothing happened though. Got the car under control pretty quickly. Population of 54,000 people can make some of the biggest roadway tunnels, so Germany should be able to keep their roads fine. Oh, yeah, but somehow they don't. Don't even know how, because they are... I mean, Germany is known around the world for their cars, right? BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Volkswagen, Porsche, all these... I mean, I think they even invented the car, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong. I do believe that, if I'm not mistaken, the Germans invented the car. And you'd think from such a car-centric country that they would have good streets, good quality streets, but can't really... If I compare it to Luxembourg, no. No, I mean... Some patches you can't even drive that fast because you'll wreck the underside of your car if you do. Should James still be listening and be here, he can attest the difference you can hear. It's always a joke in my country. When you cross the border on the motor or highway, the Luxembourgish street feels like really like a carpet almost, and then once you cross the border to Germany or to France or to Belgium, it sounds really rough and the quality immediately decreases. It's just, we always joke about that, and James can attest to that because I showed it to him when he visited me. Apparently either a MiG-29 or an Su-33 flew on the autobahn or some highway and got caught on speed cameras. I remember something like that. I remember reading about something. Wasn't that in Düsseldorf? No. Forgot. Just sounds like a skill issue. Maybe it is. But Iceland has better roads. Can't speak for Icelandic roads. Well, as I said before, love to visit Iceland once in my life, especially the hot, the waters that are hot, the fountains that they have. Certain man who got World War II to start had a Mercedes six-wheeler. Yeah, I know which man you are referring to. To be fair, Germany has had some really, I think it's the politicians who really ruined a lot of things in their country. Not like that's different in any other country, but... Then again, Luxembourg is small and rich. So we have the budget for the best kinds of streets. So the comparison might be unfair. What did you just say in German earlier? I said please don't be angry. I didn't understand. Well, should I learn the language? Or I should learn the language. Yeah, good luck with that. I mean, will be easier for you than learning French, to be honest. Yes, I'm still here and I can agree with that. Yeah, I did show it to you, right? Remember when we came back from Mess and I said, oh, we're in, we drove on that autobahn and then we crossed the border. I was about to say we're in Luxembourg now and you said, are we in Luxembourg now? Just because of the sound the tires make on the ground. That's, yeah, classic. Send a picture of the jet in Discord as well, a lot of my dog pictures. Thank you, I like dog pictures. I like any pets pictures. Failed Austrian artist, yeah. And no, he didn't start the war because he got rejected from that. He was radicalized much earlier than that. And also he would have just flunked out of art school sooner or later because he did do some perspective mistakes and I mean, he wasn't a bad artist, but it's, if you look at his art, it's pretty boring usually, especially his art containing humans. Wait, showed me what? So I was AFK for a minute. When we came back from France, remember that? And you could hear the difference because the roads are just much better in Luxembourg than they are in France. Becoming a Frenchman. Oh mon dieu. Are you sure you want to be French? He was angry about a lot of things that Germany had to face for World War I. Yeah, and yet he blamed the wrong people. I always like to say to that, what no theory does to an MF. And with theory, I mean political theory. Ah, not a shiny. Why are you not shiny? Yeah, they had a lot of that and blamed it on rich people. Not sure if I can say the G word. He did not blame it on rich people, that's the problem. All of these problems that Germany had were due to class war and class issues, and yet he did what every other stupid new liberal does nowadays. They blame the immigrants. Sorry for the political rant, but like I said before, what no theory does to an MF, it really is true. Blamed it on the wrong people. I don't know how I knew we were in Luxembourg just because of the sound of the tires. But yeah, that was literally it. If I learn French, I can move to France and live a happy life with the croissant and baguette people. Depends on where. I would tell you maybe to go to southern France. It's nice there. Some French people are pretty grumpy, perpetually grumpy, but that's just a Western European problem. You know that guy. I don't want to say his name, but yeah, someone already said his name partially in the chat. Yeah, but isn't it a slur? I don't wanna say that word too. I don't wanna make Romani people angry, because they also are pretty harshly persecuted in Europe. The actual shadowy cabal controlling the world is Faroese. I will not elaborate further. Yeah, don't... Or else your gist is up, isn't it? Kanye's idol. Yeah, he's... I always had these vibes from him that something's not okay up there in his head. But now I got confirmation. I cannot fathom the fact loving such a racist person, idolizing him, and while being black. I just can't fathom that fact. Why are you vouching for a person that, if that person was alive today, he would kill you? Why would you be a fan of a person like that? A lot of people complain them here in England. I don't know why. Well, I know why, but the G word, yeah, the GYPSI. I don't want to say that word, so I only spell it out. At least in my circles, it's considered to be a word you shouldn't use anymore. I'm not saying that he's not a great artist, although honestly not a fan of his work, but then again I'm not a fan of rap or hip-hop in general, but you can't deny he's insane and maybe not the best person. But then again, I don't really care about celebrities. You can be a great artist while also being stupid or insane or evil. Just a matter of whether or not you are able to how does it separate the art from the artist. American Boy is great. Yeah, I only like the Estelle part when he raps. I have the song, but I have the song only with Estelle parts, and then the rest is instrumental. But that's just musical opinion and taste. Yeah, so maybe some of the greatest artists are insane. Maybe that's something that you need to be a good artist. And there's different kinds of insanity as well. Some people would call my obsession for hot pink things insanity. Please don't start a World War III, we don't need that, Shiny Rayquaza. I think the politicians are right now getting bored and they want a new one. I'm joking, but we really don't need one. Trust me, I've heard enough from my grandparents. They lived through that. All of them, my Luxembourgish and my Italian ones. Did you know that during WW2 that Germans would just enter Luxembourg and they would say, "That's our land now. You're not Luxembourgish. You're German." And they tried to pretty much take Luxembourg as their own. I said that jokingly, Shiny Rayquaza. My brother idolized Kanye, who idolized you know who, yeah. The children in charge are bored, yeah, the toddlers in charge, they want some more weapons money because we imagine having to explain that to aliens that we still destroy ourselves because it's profitable. That's why they lock their doors when they fly by Earth. When they fly past Earth, because it's that part of the galaxy. I mean, I'm kidding, of course, but imagine having to explain that to a alien. Oh yeah, we do destroy ourselves, and we cause harm to ourselves. We use billions of money that we could use for the betterment of mankind, for the homeless, for the sick, but no, we just blow up things because profit. And even, I think the concept of money would also be very strange to aliens. Nobody could invade England because of its landscape and powers. Not sure about that now, but would you want to be in England? I don't know. NATO has an operation called Operation Skyfall in case Russia... No, yeah, I know about that. Hope not. Hope that doesn't happen, because then in case of a nuclear war there are no winners. There are absolutely no winners. I really hope that will never be the case. I would prefer if humanity got its SHIT together and we would invest into science, into space exploration, into medicine, so that we could just ease the suffering in the world. Oh yeah, Earth, the planet going through a temper tantrum. Oh yeah. I want to see the apocalypse. I don't. I hope I'll never be able to witness a apocalypse. I think that stuff will be fun. That's a very interesting idea of fun, but okay. NASA used to explore the ocean. NASA has so many things that they do that isn't directly space related. No, don't! Don't start the world for fear. I know there's so many evil people in the world and we might be better off without them, but that's not gonna help. More war. War just causes more war. Hatred just causes more hatred. It's a never-ending vicious cycle. We have to break the cycle. Lol, why do you want to be in England? Yeah, you said that. With the bad weather and the bad food you got. And the Tories, oh god, who wants to have the Tories ruling over them and a monarch who just leeches taxpayer money? Maybe I should stop on my progressive leftist views coming through again. I plan on moving. You're not the only one who plans on moving. England colonized us under World War II. Old habits die hard. Yeah, I mean, I think the better question would be, what didn't they colonize? They colonized almost the whole world. It's always funny, my husband always jokes about that. He says that the British are insane because they traveled and colonize and massacre the whole world just to get spices that they don't use. Where would you want to live, Shiny Rayquaza? If you had the choice. Okay, Latios, please be shiny now. Oops. Doing that again. Keep forgetting that. Move to Italy, but my boyfriend wants to move to Canada. Ah, Bella Italia. Then you better brush up on your Italian skills. But yeah, real estate in Italy is very cheap. It's one of the only countries where it's actually pretty affordable to live. They should totally make a 20 to 30 millimeter sniper with subsonic ammunition. Whoa. For what? Do we already have enough weapons? At least. I mean, you're asking the wrong question. I'm pretty pacifistic as it is. Damn, I predicted to question. I'm psychic. I mean, Canada is apparently pretty nice, but never been. And then you wouldn't have to learn a new language. But I do think in order for you to immigrate there, you need to have a university degree. Oh, Bella Ciao, Bella Ciao, yeah. Actually, the original meaning of the song is very sad. My dad always gets grumpy when that song comes because he says it's not a club banger, it's a sad song. Doesn't want a sniper rifle or literally anything. I don't. I mean, I wouldn't be even allowed to have something like that anyway. Lovely, bye, lovely, hello, I want to learn a new language. Oh, that's a good spirit. And in Italy the weather is nice. And the food is excellent. But you will have what I call the Italian pizza effect. Once you eat a pizza there, all the other pizzas that you were used to before, they are really bad in comparison, so you kind of ruin your taste for pizza, in a way. Sniper that can shoot further and more powerful than anything else. pretty sure there's physical limitations to how far you could shoot. Isn't it an anti-slavery song? No, I think it's a, if I recall it correctly, it's about a soldier saying bye to his woman, and it's like a maybe I'll don't come back because I'll die in the war. It's pretty sad. Yeah, the recoil will be phenomenal, that as well. Why just not use a tank then? But then again, I'm not a weapons expert. I could just maybe approximate from my using my physics knowledge. Then again, don't know what the military has. I'm pretty sure not everything is known, because they want, obviously they want to keep it a secret for geopolitical reasons. Tanks are getting more useless by the day. How come? Is there something that can dismantle or stop tanks easily? Isn't that the anti-fascist rewrite of the song? Oh, that could be though, yeah, human name. Not, now that you're mentioning it, I think I'm thinking of that. We sank it to... What? Sank it to say what? Okay. Still think about the pizza from 20 years ago. It's cheaper to make anti-tank technology than it is to anti-tank proof a tank. Ah, okay, I see. Was about to say, still thinking about that pizza from 20 years ago you had in Italy, yeah. Maybe we can go to Italy together one day. Should I finally get a job and have more disposable income? The Javelin missile launcher. Is that a anti-tank technology? Jeez, it's 23 already. Wait, when did I start? 8:40 p.m. Yeah. Say top attack missile system is highly effective and super cheap compared to tanks. Oh, so you just bombard them from above now? Is that it? Is that, should I call it industry standard? Even though it feels wrong to say industry standard, but I think you know what I mean. And the turret of the tank hits the turret of the tank, okay. So we can't shoot anymore, making it a very slow car. Making it essentially useless. Is that correct? Or maybe you mistyped, James. Could be. Keep doing that. All of it can be shot by hand instead of needing a vehicle. Oh. Well, that's another plus point. That was not no. Stupid muscle memory. That Latios just does not want to show up at all or as a shiny. But I will not give up. No, it explodes inside the hull, killing literally everyone in it. Oof. Or very, very badly injuring them if they're super lucky. Oh, I'm not sure if that counts as super lucky if you have to live with a broken, damaged body for the rest of your life. It has a delayed charge and is armor piercing. Wow. Jeez. Muscle memory, more like bad. Ha, got him. Keep using the control stick on this game, even though I shouldn't. But once I have a GameCube controller in my hands, I just automatically do that. There's also the A10 Warthog Thunderbolt 2. Is that also anti-tank? It's a jet plane that's built around a gun. It's armored and cheap to produce. Huh. I don't know what cheap in that context is. I'm guessing a few millions at least, as opposed to hundreds of millions. Hate reading in school. I can't read entire books because I have to incrementally analyze the book. Yeah, I see what you mean. So then reading it in one sitting is just doesn't work for you. Its 30mm nose-mounted gun is highly effective and is capable of carrying bombs, missiles and laser-guided bombs and can be piloted by one person. It's a lot of weapons for one person, wow. It's apparently outdated but still in duty to this day. I mean, there's some outdated things that obviously not war related, but I still use outdated technology. In fact, I'm streaming it right now. WPM is what per minute? What does DW stand for? Like I said before, I'm not... I don't know the weapons and military jargon and lingo. Not a weapons artist. I'm an astronomy artist, not a weapons artist. Currently reading the first Faroese dystopian novel and the suspense is killing me. That's what I like though about reading, but I get that not everyone is the same. What is the dystopian novel though? Words per minute? Ah, I see. Target humans? Whoa. It's like robbing a bank with an atom bomb, isn't it? Come on, Latios. Probably trolling me again, and I'm always 1 or 2 frames off. Oh well, I take it. Murphy's Law has not conquered me as of yet, so... The bullets from the 30mm gun called a GAU-8 Avenger, capable of making anyone hit into red mist. Yeah, I mean, I could imagine that. You just explode from the sheer force. 2k bullets a minute, that's... And it's impossible to run from. I mean, I can imagine. Ah, there we go. It's called Dreamsot, which means dream death. Ah, That shiny Latios looks weird. Because it isn't one. Death refers in this case to something like the Black Death. Okay, I'll check that one out. I do really like sci-fi. Should be a war crime. So you saying it should be a war crime. I'm assuming it isn't. Just like this isn't a shiny. Info dumping on poor Omni. Nah, I'm good. I've info dumped star and astronomy facts on poor unsuspecting people as well, so I know sometimes you just have to info dump. Info dumping is love. It isn't a war crime? Well, maybe I'm not surprised. Jeez. I mean, there's kill and then there's overkill, and this is certainly that. Poisonous bullets are welcome. Oh yeah, there's aren't there bullets that are not only, I mean, it's a bullet that's already very dangerous, but then they also have poison in them. That's a bit excessive. Would you even survive the bullets to be poisoned in the first place? That's what I'm asking myself. Poison bullets versus a gun that leaves anyone hit by it unrepairable and probably instantly dead. Probably instantly dead. If you red mist, then it's over, yeah. Wrong direction. Mercury bullets. Oh yeah, mercury is poisonous. It's not really sci-fi, it's a critique of full isolationism. Oh, I like political critiques though, unironically. There are sci-fi elements, but it's technology that's basically camera drones. Oh, that does sound interesting. Let me check that out. Imagine if we put the millions and billions, if not trillions, that we put in war, and we would put it in medicine and space exploration. Yeah, my tea is super cold now, but still tastes good. I believe the book has been translated to different languages. I haven't found any copies though. Yeah, I can't read it in your language, obviously, but... Oh, I know about shooting down satellites. Usually used for spy satellites though, right? Ah, finally, you're on the road. I've heard about the AI assistant, although I can't really vouch if it's accurate or good or not. Now we hop in the grass and hope for the best. Come on, I know you're here. There we go. Not shiny, so we reset. The F-15, the only aircraft to have the 105-0 score. Ooh. So it never crashed? Never got taken down? I assume. No, you didn't miss anything. The Latios just isn't shiny by now. No, it took, I think it took Blissey also a couple of attempts. He just didn't stream them, he made a video. Sometimes it takes hours getting the frame, and sometimes you just get it right away. How are these things not war crimes? Oh, that's a good question. Can it be settled in rock, paper, scissors or something? Nah, I don't. There is a blade that would. You can ask the French about a very specific blade that you use on a very specific kind of person, and that helped. Maybe you should do that again. Don't ban me, YouTube. And Latios is immediately or almost immediately on the route. Come on, you have to be shiny now, please. I took someone on Reddit 30 years to beat Zelda 2 on NES. To be fair, have you played Zelda 2? It's so hard. I still haven't beaten it. It's really hard. To be fair, a lot of NES games are hard. Remember when you asked me about what you sent me today on WhatsApp? With what was it today? That's not a shiny, so you said. With the super ghosts and ghouls. Ghosts and Goblins was a NES game, and it's one of the hardest games I've ever played, and I never could finish it. Just die way too quickly. I think it's on Switch Online now as well. Don't know if it's the NES or the SNES or both. So I want to hear a story about the most decorated bombing crew in World War II. Is that the story where they was Christmas and they stopped and they traded gifts with each other, and then the day after that they continued slaughtering each other? Is that the story you were referring to? Okay, give me a bike. The other bike. Bike you can jump on. Old man was in the way, that's rude. Sonnet? Sonnet? No? I mean, the name does not ring a bell. All the way over there. Okay, if I stream for 20 minutes more, then I streamed for 3 hours. I think I'll call it a day then. And you should be shining within the next 20 minutes, please. If not, I mean, I'll continue with this run, but obviously I will have to, I think, do this run before the Reggie Steel, Reggie Rock, and all the others. Zemer is the pronunciation. Oh, okay. There's no space. There's no space. Ah, okay, yeah, the heart emotion thing blocked my view again. I know you can't see it, but it's really not done well. I've been sleeping. Hey there, Arch. Rising from the ashes. Are you okay, Arch? Good morning, where the F is everyone. Oh, it's morning where you are. Where is everybody? Good question. Living their lives. Finally, you're on the route. Look where it is, Arch. Yep. Now you can go back to fighting who's the better host. Still no wild battle trigger. Imagine jumping in the grass with a bike. That would look so stupid in real life. Come on, Latios, I know you're on the route. There we go. And you're not shiny, so I don't care. He's on his lunch break or something. He wasn't shiny anyway, so... Tried finding the book in another language, but only found English sample text. Well, I can't read it in your language, so English will do fine. Doubt that someone has translated it into Luxembourgish. Although Luxembourgish translations for things do exist. They're pretty rare though. I do wonder if I leave the house and I don't interact with the TV, then usually Latios should not spawn. Then I can still do the other hunts that I wanted to do in Ruby. I can always do the Latios roaming thing later. That should work. Have to test that though, just to be absolutely sure. Don't want to save and then not being able to get the Latios as a shiny. That would be very sad. Oh, only that is the only part you can... Oh, I see. I'd hoped that it was a sample text, as in it shows you how it looks like, and then for the whole text you need to buy it. Something akin to that. Maybe on the next stream Omni will let me speak. We'll have to do a Discord thing then. It'd be cool if we could have multiple people in the voice chat. Japanese, I see. Just know that there's some things you can't say on the stream. Oh yeah, that would be fun. Fun idea. We'll have to check for what stream we can have that. Ah, there we go. Limit my tongue to family-friendly speech. Thank you. I mean, if it were up to me, I wouldn't care, but YouTube does care, and I'm working really hard right now to get the monetization going. I mean, right now I'm already at 1/4 of my goal. I'm already above 1,000 watch hours, so that's good. I need 4,000. So soon I'll get there. Oh, that's not a good thing about your brother screaming the N-word. I don't think I can let that happen though. Gee, why do brothers always do that? I do wonder though, it should work. I should test this out with the TV thing. Yeah. I mean, it's not that I don't want you to be in the voice stream, but I can't really risk things like these. Then he expects me to literally vouch for him for a Discord job, fix all of his mistakes, and doesn't that get tiring after a while? I mean, when James was here, that was because he was literally in the room with me. He plays someone with attitude. His mistakes makes my life harder, so I have to. Oh, that's unfortunate. I wonder if I wake up tomorrow, if it's gonna be as snowy as today or this morning. Have to negotiate a deal with him. Yeah, I mean, I can't have that word being thrown around on my stream. I don't think YouTube will like this a lot. For certain time slot or something. Can't he just restrain himself for not why do you... Just don't understand why people have the urge to scream slurs like that. Doesn't make any sense to me. Or maybe he's young and he thinks that being edgy equals being cool. Because, no, it doesn't. I cut my losses and just type, yeah. And you know what word I mean, James. You know that word to narcissist. He's 12, oof. There, I said it. How dare you. 12 is a very complicated age, let's say. I miss being 12. I don't miss being 12. Oh, I absolutely do not miss being 12. I prefer being an adult saying, oh, I want to go there. Oh yeah, I have my own things. I have my car. I have my I mean, you have responsibilities, but I don't think that's as much of a problem. But then again, apparently I'm weird in that regard. Noun? Oh no, you said noun. That's the thing. I wanted to stream some of my, if there's interest, of course. I have bootleg Pokemon games for the Game Boy. And one of them is Pokemon COCK version. And I could not stream that here because it contains many N-words and other words, very explicit words. And every single character just talks completely unhinged. So I think if I should ever stream this, I need to do it on Patreon and lock it as 18+, or else it will get taken down. I just asked him and he smiled and said, "No, yeah, you do not bargain with 12-year-old boys." Backlaw had to deal with some business, no problem, I'll come back. Still no shiny Latios. Pokemon Kanye's Idol Edition. I mean, it's COCK and the label has a licky tongue on it, so you can already guess in what direction that game text is heading. Can't view 18+ stuff. Oh yeah, you couldn't. You'd have to wait a couple of years. Yeah. So your brother's just a COD lobby dude, Ray got it. Pretty much. He probably would scream that he had intercourse with my mom or something. Nothing says you can't, nothing's stopping you. I mean, stopping a 12-year-old boy is pretty hard. The 12-year-old human boys are really something else, let me tell you. I can in a couple of months. I mean, I could do that if there's interest. It's just the game text is really raunchy. Really, really raunchy. No, I know what word you meant, lol, but in English class each student had to read out parts of the book to the class and the N-word was mice and men. In mice and men, huh? Okay. What's the yapping about today, guys? Oh, we talked about a lot of things about past pets. Military things again, that's the info dumping, back at it again. Certain words that you shouldn't say on stream. He said cry about it. Of course he said that because he's 12. And the kid that go to that part didn't want to say the word and she got detention for not following the rules and was so confused because I wouldn't want to say that word either. She got detention for refusing to read a slur? No wonder you British guys elected the Tories. That's what you get with a mindset like that. Cry, mold, seethe, cope. In that order. Oh, look who's decided to spawn on the route that I'm on. And something else, just don't need you. Mister. I'll just go elsewhere. Or you do it, you could inform me if he's not home, then maybe that would work. Ah, no shiny. Still no shiny. -2 weather, no, don't do that. I mean, isn't there a slur for white people? Isn't it the C word? Not C-U-N-T, but C-R-A-C-K-E-R? Yeah, he says every slur because he's 12 and 12-year-olds think that saying slurs is the edgiest thing you could imagine. He makes new slurs. Like what, muggle? Has tried to make people commit... What? How does that work? And why would you do that? Biscuit was starting with a C, yeah, exactly. Not the cookie though. Not Mice and Men was some other book we had to read in class, but still it was there and we have to check back on old school notes. Yeah, you don't have to do that in order to prove a point, I believe you. He's like me but worse. Damn. Join a therapist Discord. Get trusted. Okay. But can people hear that he's a 12-year-old boy? Or did they just assumed he was a woman? Because of the higher pitch. And look for the most vulnerable to— oh, that's evil. Gain their trust. That's so evil. Why would you do that? They already lost. I mean, if you're depressed, it's already a horrible fate to have to deal with, but... because trolling with other people with their lives funny, yeah, apparently. Okay, still not shiny, but I'm gonna still do one attempt. Come on, let this be the one. -5 in England, -5 in Luxembourg as well. So, yeah, that's literal psychopath behavior. I just don't understand, why is the suffering of others such a event for others? Why? What have they done to you? Why would you do that? Just insane. Then again, I wouldn't go on a Discord, therapist Discord. I would rather go to a real therapist, because with Discord you never know who you're talking to. Jeez. It's not... I also had to grow up with psychopaths, not in my family, but I do have reason to believe that some of my bullies that I used to have were psychopaths. Because there's just things like these, you know? They would also do that. Or maybe not today, I don't know. Maybe they change for the better, but usually psychopaths don't. Don't make people more depressed. We already have too many depressed people in the world, and just don't understand how you could be so horrible. Yeah, but remember, Shiny Rayquaza, more hatred just breeds more hatred. And compassion comes a long way. At least that's my mantra. I could have become a bitch after all that has happened to me in my past with the bullying and beating up and other horrible things that they did to me, and yet I choose not to be because I refuse to be like them. I choose to be a good person, and I will not continue that vicious cycle of hate and abuse. I have the power to say no, I won't, and that abuse dies with me. So I will not do what they did onto others. So at least I can sleep soundly at night knowing that I'm not contributing to misery in this world. Because there's two kinds of traumatized people, generally speaking. Ones that say, okay, they've done to me, they have done these things to me, now I have to also give these people pain, or other people, innocent people often. And then there's the, I've been a victim of so many atrocities, I will refuse to do them. You trust the second person, you stay away as far as possible from the first person. Beta should try going to the same house. Yeah, they should. Yeah, and then they would cry and say, oh, how horrible. But it's always funny when it's others who are suffering, but when it's them, then suddenly they cry like a little baby that they are. Oh well, I mean, I've been streaming for 3 hours now, getting pretty tired. Sadly no shiny, but sometimes these things go like that. The next stream will be on Sunday, 21:30 or 9:30 PM my time. Then I'll be hunting the shiny Chikorita and Emerald, so I guess we'll see each other then. And as always, thank you for attending the stream. Really like how the stream is slowly but steadily growing. And then, yeah, good night and see you guys next time. Bye bye!